Voice is clear? My voice is audible? Is 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 my voice is audible? Are you hearing my voice?
Yes, yes, sir.
Is my voice is audible or not?
Audible, sir, audible.
Yes. So today we are going to discuss about the first chapter in AWS Amazon EC2 instances. So an instance is nothing but an operating system. So physical environment, whatever the operating system you install, that is a physical machine, physical operating system. So top of that we have the virtualization. Top of the virtualization you are going to install a OS that is called virtual machine. Top of the virtualization cloud is implemented. So they are calling as an instance. See, finally you are going to launch one instance. Is nothing but a Linux servers and Windows servers. So what is instance? What are the benefits? What are the use cases? What are the features? What are the instance types? We are going to see. So Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud is a web service that provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud. Amazon EC2's simple web service interface allows you to obtain and configure capacity with minimal friction. Minimum friction means so 512 MB RAM, 1 gigabytes processor also available. So minimum requirement processors also available. It provides you with complete control of your computing resources and you lets you run on Amazon's proven computing environment. Amazon EC2 reduces the time required to obtain new server instances to minutes, allowing to quickly scale capacity both up and down as your computing requirements change. For example, you need one Linux server immediately within 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So you can launch. You need one Windows server with SQL, MySQL server database or SharePoint. So immediately you can launch. Within minutes, you can launch your instances. Amazon EC2 changes the economics of computing, allowing to pay only for capacity what you used. For example, I bought a laptop, I spent 26,000, but here whatever the resources I'm utilizing, you can check. CPU percentage 36%, 38%, memory 22%, disk 29% only utilizing. But I spent the money 26,000 rupees. But worth of 26,000 I am not utilizing. Only minimum resources only utilizing, but I spent 26,000. In real time also you can buy servers, physical servers. So whatever the resources are utilizing, maximum 60% resources or 70% resources only we are going to utilize. But we have to pay the money for the complete resources. But in cloud environment, how much utilization you are going to use, that much money only you are going to pay. Like now check the voice disconnected. Now the voice is clear. Just now audio in the network is disconnected, internet. Now re-established the connection. Okay, Amazon EC2 changes the economics of computing by allowing you to pay only for capacity that you actually use. Next. So Amazon EC2 benefits elastic web scale counting. So computing. So you can increase or decrease the capacity within minutes, not on hours or days. Completely controlled each and every action you have to be controlled. You have to the root access to each one and you can interact with them. So whenever you are logged into Amazon EC2 instances, we have the root access. Like administrator privileges, we are going to log in. Flexible cloud hosting services. So you can have the choice of multiple instance types, different operating systems with the software packages. Amazon EC2 allows you to select a configuration of memory, how much memory you required, CPU, how many CPUs, one CPU or two CPUs, and boot partition size, how much size you are going to allocate to your boot partition is nothing but a OS partition. So as your choice, you can choose. For example, your choice of operating systems like Linux distributions and Microsoft Windows servers. So designed for use with other Amazon Web Services. So Amazon EC2 integrated with Amazon S3 storage, relational database services, simple database services, and simple queue services, whatever the remaining services we are going to learn. So those are going to be work with those services also. It is a reliable 99.95% is available for each Amazon EC2 region. Inexpensive. So how much you are utilizing, that much of money only you have to pay. It is a secure. So Amazon EC2 works in conjunction with Amazon VPC. So VPC is nothing but a virtual private cloud. So your organization can set their own in cloud environment, they can set their own virtual private cloud. So nobody can communicate with your VPC. So that is we have to configure. We are going to see practically how to set up our own VPC. So your compute instances are located in virtual private cloud with an IP range that you specify. So what you require your IP range, so you have to use that IP range. Nobody can communicate with our internal network. So some servers you can expose to the internet, some servers you can make it in private network. So whatever it may be, private subnets, public subnets, internet gateways. So everything we are going to configure manually. So we have three types of instances: on-demand instances, reserved instances, spot instances. On demand, immediately. So on demand instances let you pay for compute capacity by the hour. So hourly based, we have to pay the money with no long-term commitments. So 2 days, 3 days, 4 days I can utilize. After that, I can, if I want to run, I can run. Otherwise, I can terminate. Whatever the money they calculated for 5 days, how many hours I used, that much of money only I have to pay. This frees you from the cost and complexities of planning, purchasing, and maintaining hardware, and transforms what are commonly large fixed costs into much smaller variable costs. Reserved instances. So reserved instances, you can get the discount of 75% compared to on-demand. Simply, I will explain this. So I have an internet connection, that is ACT FiberNet. So per month I am paying 600 rupees. Yearly I am paying 7,200 rupees. But that ACT FiberNet people contact me. So you can pay only 3,600 per year. You can get the internet connection per year, if you want to pay at a time for 1 year. So if I pay 1 year 3,006 rupees, it is better for me. But once I paid 3,600 rupees, next month, if any scenarios I want to vacate from this place, so my money is waste. So like that, depending upon your requirement, future usage, depending upon our business goals, so you can go for on-demand or reserved instances. Reserved instances, you can get the discount. Spot instances. So spot instances allows customers to bid on unused Amazon EC2 capacity. For example, I required one server for practicing Ansible or Docker. So I can go for spot instance. If any server with Ansible or Docker, if rupees $3 per 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, I can make it one bid. If any capacity of server is available, immediately we can launch that server, we can work. Like share market, if any share come with the actual price cost is 50 rupees, if it is come with 20 rupees, buy. So whenever it is come down to 20 rupees, automatically we can buy. Like that, whatever the unused Amazon EC2 capacity resources are there, so you can make it bid spot price. If it is available, they can allocate. Use EC2, so that is simply pre-configured templates. Just you have to launch them. Configure security and network access. Choose the instance type you want, then start and terminate and monitor. Whether you want to run multiple locations, utilize static IP endpoints. Pay only for the resources that you actually consume, like instance hours or data transfers. So features of EC2, Amazon Elastic Block Store. This is nothing but storage. So storage is nothing but whenever you buy a laptop, automatically you can get one hard disk internally. While you are launching also, by default, one Amazon Elastic Block Store, one device will come. So if you want to add any other devices also, other device means external disks, external storage you can add. EBS optimized instances. So it is additionally low hourly fees. So that is depending upon your requirement, depending upon your storage capacity, we have to pay the money also. Multiple locations. So you can launch your instances in multiple locations like Asia Pacific Mumbai region, Asia Pacific Mumbai, or Asia Pacific Singapore region. It's like whatever you want to launch, you can launch the instances. So you can also provide elastic IP addresses. So elastic IP address is nothing but a static IP addresses. So always we are going to assign the static IP addresses for servers. So dynamic IP addresses for only clients. So how to assign elastic IP address for our EC2 instance, we are going to see practically, but that is chargeable. But practice purpose, we are going to check once a time how to create elastic IP address, how to assign the elastic IP to our EC2 instance. Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. So Amazon Virtual Private Cloud already we discussed. So you can set up your own private internal cloud environment in the AWS. So you can set up your own IP address range. You can create your own subnets, routing tables, network gateways. So everything you have to decide, you have to communicate. So no other corporations, no other organizations, they cannot communicate your network. Their network is different, your network is different. That is, you have to choose. So Amazon CloudWatch. So Amazon CloudWatch is a web service that provides monitoring. This is a monitoring tool. So whatever the instances you are running, how much CPU utilizations, disk reads per hour, writes per hour, reads per second, writes per second, network packets, incoming packets, outgoing packets. So whatever it may be, you can monitor. So you can go through that one. So auto scaling. So auto scaling means whenever your EC2 instance having more request, for example, you have a web server, you are getting more incoming packets, then it is unable to get that much of capacity. So there is a very burden on that particular server. Automatically it will launch the same server. That is nothing but auto scaling. Elastic load balancing. When there is a heavy load on one computer, server computer is nothing but one instance, automatically it will balance the load between the multiple instances. So how to configure load balancing also we are going to see. So dense storage instances, this is for the storage, high-end Hadoop data, big data Hadoop. So whatever the data processing benefits, we are going to use dense storage. So virtual machines import and export you can do. AWS marketplace, you can go through the marketplace. Whatever you want to buy, the products you want to buy, the products you can use the softwares, everything you can pre-configured softwares you have to buy. So these are the instance types, T2 instances, 3.3, T3, M5, M4. Those are for general purpose. Compute optimized C4, C3. See, this is next that just capacity of the servers. Memory optimized. So if you want to use main memory is required, you can go for the R3 instances. GPU. So graphical purpose, you have to launch G2 instances. Storage purpose, you can go for the R3 instances. Dense storage, high-end data, big data Hadoop, I2 instances you can go for. So depending upon the requirement, they have to select their instance types. But your company has to be decide whatever the instance types you are going to select, you are going to use. Now, how to launch Linux and Windows server instances, we are going to see. Go to AWS Management Console. Log into your AWS Management Console. So here, log in as a root user. You have to create the account. If you don't have the account, create a new AWS account. So it will ask you the question, like how you are created Gmail account, same like, but it will ask you the debit card registration. So they will charge 2 rupees. Again, they will come, they will give back the 2 rupees. Here you can give your email address, password, then continue the step 5. Next, they will ask your address, PAN card numbers. So if you want to give your PAN card number, you can give, otherwise leave it. It is simple one. So then after creating your account, so it will ask you to log into the AWS Management Console as a root user. Give your account which you registered. Give the password what you given at the time of creating the user account. Sign into the AWS Management Console. Now go to services. So these are the services are available. Go to EC2, Elastic Cloud Compute. See, always check you are in which region. By default, we logged into the Mumbai region. So here we can work with any region, but always check where you are working. Otherwise, whatever you launched, if you forget, so automatically background they are going to be run. Some services they are going to be chargeable. Now here go to EC2 dashboard. Running instances, nothing are running, 0 instances. Click on the instance. Launch the instance. So here you can have number of AMIs, Amazon Machine Images, Amazon Linux, they have their own Linux, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8, SUSE Linux, so Ubuntu Server, Microsoft Windows Server 2019, Microsoft Windows Server 2000 base. You see, always you can check here free tier eligible. So free tier eligible. Free tier means free of cost, 750 hours free. But if you select this type of instances, these are not free tier. Microsoft Windows Server 2019 with SQL Server 2017 standard, not free tier. When you launch, immediately the charges will apply. So always practice purpose, we are going to launch free tier eligible. So I am selecting a first one, AMI image, Amazon Linux image. Click on select. So here also you can check instance type 22.nano, T2.micro. So micro instances are eligible for the AWS free usage for the first 12 months. AWS sign up date, you get up to 750 hours of micro instances each month. When your free usage tier expires or if your usage exceeds the free tier restrictions, you pay standard, pay as you go service rates. So already I told you, free tier eligible 750 hours is free. After that, chargeable. So always select free tier eligible only. Elastic block storage, low to moderate. So click on configure instance details. See here T2.micro, 1 vCPU, 2.5 gigahertz speed, 1 GB memory. So they are allocating to us. Configure instance details. So how many instances you are going to launch? One instance only. Do you want to purchase any instance? Request spot instances, for example. See now available $0.37 current price. So we are not going for this spot instances. We are going for on-demand instance. So this is for free tier. So network default VPC, which is allocated by Amazon people only. Subnets no preference, automatically they can select the availability zone which is available. Auto assign public IP enable. So placement group, nothing. Capacity reservation open. Domain join directory, not at domain. We don't have any domains. IAM users, we not yet discussed. CPU options, if you want to specific any CPU score count, threads number of per core, number of UCPs, you can select here. But I don't want, I need only one CPU. Enable terminate protection, protects against accidental termination. Any important EC2 instances are there. So accidentally if you terminate, the complete we are going to lose. So whatever the instances are important, you can protect them against accident termination. Do you want to monitor your instance? Enable CloudWatch detailed monitoring. Detailed monitoring, every 1 minute, they will monitor our instance health. So by default, 5 minutes free of cost. If you check the enable detailed CloudWatch monitoring, that is chargeable. I am not going to check. Tenancy shared, run a shared hardware instance. So already we discussed without a virtualization, no cloud computing. So I have a physical server. Top of that, I installed a virtualization software, VMware vSphere hypervisor or Citrix Zen server. Top of that, cloud is implemented. Now, so top of that, I can create number of virtual machines. I can share my hardware to number of machines. So I want to get a shared hardware only. So if you want to get dedicated hardware, the prices are different. Dedicated host, the complete server they have to allocate to you, but that is chargeable. So add storage. So by default, they will give the root volume. Root volume means operating system directory. So 8 GB of the space they are going to be allocated to Linux instance. 30 GB of the space they are going to be allocated to Windows Server instances. IOPS, baseline of 3 IOPS per GB with a minimum of 100 IOPS per stable to 3000 IOPS. So input outputs per second, writing the data. So by default, your root volume is not encrypted. Okay. Now, add tags. Click on add tag. Here you can write down the name, what you want to give to your instance. For example, web server, Linux, I am giving. Configure security group. So by default, how do you log into Linux servers, Linux instances? Through SSH. So by default protocol SSH, if it is Windows servers, RDP protocol, review and launch. So click on launch instance, select a key pair. Tomorrow I will explain how to create a new key pair. So today only practice purpose I am showing to already existing key pairs I am having. Select a key pair. So now launch instances. Click on view instances. Now see, Windows Linux web server Linux is launching. Now I am going to launch Linux server, sorry, Windows server. Click on launch instance. So Windows free tier, Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base, free tier eligible. Click on select. Same free tier 2 eligible. Configure instant details. Same default VPC, any availability zone, whatever it may be, same. There is no difference here. Add storage. So by default 30 GB of the space they are going to allocate by our C drive. Add tags. Add tag. Name. Win server. Configure security group. So how you are going to log into Windows servers? Through remote desktop protocol, RDP protocol. Review and launch. Click on launch instance. Select the key pair. WinDS key I am launching. Select launch instances. So two servers to launch within minutes. View instances. One is Linux server instance, one is Windows server instance. Win server. Now Linux server instance is running. So running state. How to log into my Linux server instance? Here there is a public IP. Copy this public IP. Go to Putty software, your Windows. Paste the IP address. Here there is option SSH, expand this. Select authentication. Click on browse. Now select the key which you selected. Click on open. So authentication key yes. So login name EC2-user. Now I logged into my Linux server. So whatever the Linux commands, Linux server I want to give, so I can work with Linux servers. I can create files, I can create the user account, user add, join. So like I can do anything here. Now how to launch Windows server? A somewhat little bit difference is there. Select Windows server. Here only you can click on connect. Select Windows server instance, click on connect. Download the remote desktop file. So click on download remote desktop file. So the file is downloaded. Now, if you want to log into Windows server, we require a password. So public DNS, this is username administrator, password. Click on get password. Choose file. So I selected the key, WinDS key. Go to downloads. So I can select the key, WinDS key. See now decrypt password. Okay. So this is the password. Copy your password. Click on close. So click on this downloaded desktop file, remote desktop file. Now click on connect. Now we are connecting to Windows Server. Click on paste the password, open. Now I am launching Windows Server now. I am logging to Windows Server. Now see, this is my Windows Server 2016. So whatever the Windows Server administration I can do configuration of Active Directory domain services, configuration of group policies, creating OUs, creating users, delegation controls, additional domain controllers, main domain controller, whatever Windows Server administration tasks who are going to do, they can do all the tasks. So I had a cloud administrator, I launched one Linux server, I launched one Windows server. So like this, we can launch these servers. So these are free tier eligible, 750 hours are free. Our whatever the account we are going to create, that free of cost 1 year. So within 1 year, 750 hours they will calculate. So like this. This is Windows server, one is Linux server. See host name, instance ID, public IP address, private IP address, instance size T2.micro, availability zone AP South 1B, architecture AMD 64 processor, total memory is 1 GB, network performance low to moderate. Like we can launch. So after completing your work, you can close this one. So click on actions, click on instant state, terminate. So if you are forget to terminate, if you stop, countable, hours are countable. So shutting down. So select Linux instance. So I am closing this one. So here you can select actions, instance state. Don't stop the instance, terminate it. Terminate means completely I am demolishing. Tomorrow when we are going to practice, again I can launch that instance. Because if I stop that one, they will count the minutes. So this instance is valid state. So our 750 hours is going to be close. So this is the today's class. Tomorrow we are going to launch same Linux servers, how to create a new key pairs, how to configure the web server on Linux, how to access your website through your web browser. So once I configured web server here from your mobile or from your laptop, you can access my website. Within fraction of seconds, I can set up one website. How to set up those websites? Today we are tomorrow's class we are going to see. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. So today you have to pay the money. Tomorrow onwards, the regular classes will be going on. Is there any doubts? Please ask me. Is there any doubts? So tomorrow we are going to continue the class. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.